name is Nicolay, and I'm doing mine about time and about how technology has changed over the course of time. Overall, for the reason I put time is because I feel like time's a wide range of things. Like, you can do it about history, you can do it about anything you want. So I picked mainly technology because the young generation now uses technology quite frequently, and it overtakes them sometimes in everyday life, like waking up in the morning as an alarm and doing that type of things. But in the end, I feel like maybe they don't realize how easy they have it now, technology, like how you can do everything on the phone now, but back in the day you couldn't even call people. You would have to send like a pigeon to actually send a message in the beginning. And yeah, the format I picked is photography based, because I feel like it'll be easier to do, because if I do it documentary based, I feel like it will bore the person. Like, they will feel like they can't like resemble towards it, and they'll feel like they'll just get bored of it over time, because they'll think, oh, at the beginning, the first 10 seconds of it may not be worth it, and then it'll just end. But with a magazine too, I feel like it'll be too much information for them, so they will just read a part of it, feel like it's nothing meaningful. But with a photography, it can explain a lot of things at once. Like, I'm not going to be focusing on just doing one type of image. I'm going to be doing like multiple that have a meaning towards each other. Like, maybe some images will link together as two separate images, but one image will be like together. Like, it'll be one meaning. Some will have different meanings to each other, and etc. like that. Equipment I'll be using, it'll be a DSLR camera, firstly, which will be used from college. I would have my own at home, but I have no lens, so I'm gonna have to use a college one. And I may be doing some like motion images, so like it won't just be all slow motion and set like stop. It will be like have a bit of motion towards it, showing that there's something meaningful towards it. And another thing will be location. It will be in the location of a museum, which is the Design Museum, which has all types of technology, old and new. And it will be in the studio, because I'm going to be taking that old technology, like the old PS4 or an old Nintendo Switch or an old phone, and I'm going to bring it to the studio in my own time, and I'm going to take pictures of it in controlled lighting, instead of me doing it at a museum, where maybe the museum's lighting is quite, like, it won't be as strong, or it could be quite dark or busy, or any of those type of problems I'm going to have, which I'm going to talk in a bit. And the reason why I chose the word, like I said, is because it's overall, I feel like there's a wide range of things you can do, like I said before, and I feel like mainly focusing on the thing that I like, which is technology overall. And I feel like back in the day, having an old computer and then seeing how it's changed over time since then, is just like quite amazing. And I want to show the younger generation that they have it easier this time. And back in the days, it's like people in their 50s, they can remember the Game Boy, or maybe how the first computer used to be 19 inches, but like a piece of metal, like just a chunk of plastic that cannot be put into a thin area. Like I said, the media format will be 10 images, and the thing I'm going to try and express is like how each image is different and different color. They're not going to be all in black and white or just one specific color range. It'll be all different. Like, some are going to be like half and half. Some are going to be like full on, just like full out bright colors with high contrast, high clarity, and everything like that. And overall, the reason why I didn't pick the other two, so magazine or documentary, is because I just feel like them two will take a large amount of time, and I feel like it will just bore the viewer in a way. Like, it won't make any sense to them. But with a photo, you can literally look at it and see everything in that photo, no matter what color it is. And this is the second format that I've done, based on like the different formats and how I've chosen it in a way. The target audience. I'm not focusing on like 60 to 25. I'm focusing more like 60 to 60 and plus. Maybe not in the 60 area, but maybe the 50s, based on like, we can't remember like the Game Boy like strongly. Most of them don't even have a Game Boy at that time. Some were just born and that. In the end, it's like, I want the older generations to maybe even realize, or maybe have like a moment realizing that how much fun they had back then with their own Game Boy, or with like maybe, I think it was something else, another technology. I don't remember the name specifically, but it was something else back in that day where they made it, and it was like similar to Nintendo, or even like an arcade machine, but miniaturized. But it was quite difficult to get anode. And I'm gonna do private research, like maybe go into a library, thinking of trying to get some images of like the aging reflection with Tom Holson, if that did. Like I've done research on other type of artists that are doing a similar thing to I am, just to make it more unique in a way. The problems I'll be facing is firstly getting the old technology in the beginning, which I have my friends for, but not all types of technology I have. Like I'm not going to get a Game Boy that like now. Maybe I would, but it would be difficult to obtain in hand and get a new one, and then having to show the difference, and maybe even if it doesn't work, that could be a problem. Camera based, I might have a problem with. Getting maybe the right lighting will be based on like I'm going to do it in most of it in the studio, but controlling the lighting, because I'm still new to these type of things, like doing special effects onto an image. Firstly, it will be quite difficult. And just doing a backup plan, I have no backup plan yet, because I need to first do the main plan of all 10 images. So I do a sketch of each one. Then after that, I will then think of a backup plan towards it. So then if anything comes to the worst, I have something to know I rely on. This is my treatment. As I said, I'm not going to go through this now, based on before I've already done most of the explanations towards all of it. But like overall, it's called the tech transition. Just to show that transition of how technologies change over time, and is used in alliteration in a way. A bit of my treatment still, and just a bit of information saying that I'm going to use these 3 words and have a bit of a strong idea per one. I'm not going to just like make a simple idea. I want to go into depth about this and actually show the meaning. As a person that likes technology a lot, and over the years have seen technology change and used the technology, I want to show. Any questions?
So you gave us a lot of information, but you never told us who your crew was. So are you planning on having a crew, or are you just planning to do this all by yourself?
I'm most likely going to do it all by myself, except from one part. I'm going to use only one person, but I've really thought about it. Like I've used him for most of my work so far. You know him as David, and I'm going to like use him as the person that has most of the technology, like the PlayStation, which I'm going to be using, and he's only going to be acting. Like he's only going to be acting like my model for like 2 images or 3. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to use him overall.
And the image is solely going to be like the item. So you said about like a Game Boy and a phone and like other items like that. Is the image going to solely be that item, or is there going to be someone in the image with the item?
That hasn't been decided yet. Based on that, I would want something just to be that item, because then it's like you're focusing on the item. But I want it to be like with a person, because people change over time, but so has technology. Technology can change a person. So some images will be like solely just the technology overall, but some will just be the person with the technology, but like maybe with color contrast or something specific. So overall, it's like 10 images are all going to be different, with some images of technology, some with the person, and that's it.
Have you got like a clear idea of like some of the of what you're going to be taking pictures of?
Yes, I have. I have a solid 5 images like already, but I just want to put them on paper beforehand to know if they would work and if they're possible. Overall, this thing can be possible, but I need to see what the other 5 images can be, and then from there, I don't want to repeat myself from another image. I want to make it all different, or maybe 2 images relate towards each other.